You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. The NHL season was on ice for the summer, but it's back. And Nadia, Josh, Joe, and Steven are here to break down some early season storylines. Talk of the town around our area. The Rangers and Devils squared off last night. Josh, what are your takeaways from that game?
Well, the Rangers had a lot of sloppy play. I mean, I'm kind of upset about it. I want to pull up the stats real quick because I just wanted to show you what the Rangers have done in this game. They only scored 2 goals against the New Jersey Devils, who did not have a win all season going into that game. They were 0 for 6 on the power play, which is mind-boggling to me, considering the Rangers' power play was predicted to be very good with some key accusations like Artemi Panarin, Jacob Trouba. Zibanejad was supposed to come in and help a little bit, but no, absolutely not. The Rangers did awful. They went into the third period and only got 5 shots on net. The Devils going into that game were getting outscored 12-6. It just blew my mind how poorly the Rangers played. They need to fix it up a little bit.
For sure. I think, as a Rangers fan, I'll take any opportunity I can to kind of dog on the Devils and their lack of decent goaltending this past, couple seasons. Mm-hmm. But it's weird being on the other side of the stick. I think, we have this young backup goalie, Georgiev, and he has been performing very well. But I think the Rangers' problem was they went into this game in this mindset that it's going to be an easy win, it's going to be a sweep. And you can see it totally with their playing style. And, I think after they let in the first 2 goals, the goaltending just kind of fell apart too.
They all collapsed. The team fell apart real fast.
Joe?
Well, first of all, big win for the Devils. I'm a Devils fan myself. We're coming to this game 0-4-2. Haven't won a game. We're the only NHL team to not win a game, and gratefully last night, we finally won our game. Now, goal scorer by Palmieri, Woods, Coleman, Gustav, and PK Subban. First great overall game by the Devils as well. Michele Blackwood, he was the goalie for tonight. He did a great job as well. He had 32 saves in the game. And in this game specifically, it was a big game. It's a rivalry game against the Rangers. Cross-state, also conference play as well, Metropolitan Division, which is always big. Those points matter a lot. But overall, the team did a really good job, compared to all the other games.
Steve?
Yeah, the Devils looked really good last night. I think, like what Nadia said, the Rangers weren't down. They didn't care about the game. But the Devils, they were up. They haven't won a game yet. And finally, we saw Jack Hughes play the way we wanted to see Jack Hughes play. He was the #1 overall pick in this draft, and he got his first point last night. That was big. The defense played great. Mackenzie Blackwood played great. Back to Hughes, though, #1 overall pick. This is nuts. He should be the focus of this team. Him, Taylor Hall, PK Subban on defense is doing fantastic. But Mackenzie Blackwood, back to him. He's the second-string goalie, but he did great last night. He has a great backup behind Corey Schneider, and I think this Devils team could be really good with this.
For all the success that the Devils had last night, the rest of the season has not reflected that at all. A lot of people are asking for Coach John Hines' head on a stick. Nadia, do you think he should be on the hot seat?
I don't know. I think it goes a lot deeper than just the coaching. I think, a lot of these teams, their first real go-to thing is to get rid of their coaching staff or any other staff. And, you have seen it in other teams where it gives them a good incentive. It sparks their play. They start playing a little differently. And maybe that could do something for the Devils, but I'm not sure. It's a young team, and I think they have to develop themselves as players first and learn that chemistry amongst the ice before they go and knock on the coaching. But couldn't hurt. We don't know.
Josh?
I actually absolutely think he's got to go. He started in 2015. In that time, he's only had 1 playoff appearance for the New Jersey Devils. Only got 1 win, and that was against the Tampa Bay Lightning. He doesn't have a real good resume. He's only finished best in his career with the Devils, 4th place. 4th place since 2015. You're telling me with all the key accusations that you have over the years, you can't do better than 4th place? Something's got to change. His best season, I think, was 44 wins, which isn't bad. But he's only done that once. I think it's time to start looking elsewhere.
Devils fan Joe, what do you think about this John Hines?
Backing up what Josh asked, right now his career right now with the Devils, it's been struggling. It's been a really slow, struggling career with the Devils. But, what Nadia was saying as well, they are a young core. They had Taylor Hall, he got a contract extension this year. They did get first round draft pick Hughes. Do have Nico, he is injured right now, but once he comes back on the lineup card, that Devils team, a great young core. Like Corey Schneider, got Michele Blackwood behind the net. They have a great young core, and this game yesterday, probably was a big momentum changer for them. Maybe they could get a lot of wins, more momentum going on with this young core, and as they progress through the season, they'll be a better team overall.
Yeah, I think last night's win helped a lot in securing his job, but he needs to go. He needs to get out of there. He needs to go. All right? They have too much talent on this team. They invested so much into this team. They've been on this rebuild for how many years now? And this is finally the year that looked like they can make a playoff run. The Rangers had the quickest rebuild ever, basically, almost.
Yeah.
And,
It was like that.
Devils have been rebuilding for 5-6 years now. That's not a rebuild. That's a bad coach. So he has to go.
Let's talk about a team that's surprisingly good. The Edmonton Oilers up north, one of the hottest teams in the league right now. Josh, are they legit?
See, I'm bipolar about this team because I feel like they can be good, like they have it on paper. With the addition of James Neal now, he's really good. He's pulling up some big points. But the two biggest players are right there who just scored the goal, Leon Draisaitl, and then Connor McDavid on the first line. When you put two valuable veterans on the first line who communicate well and they finally get the pieces together, they're going to score a lot of goals. McDavid has 17 points, Leon Draisaitl has 15 points. And we're only 7 games into the season. This is crazy. In this game right here, you could see Edmonton wasn't really outplaying them. They were just getting some great shots on net, great passing, as you can see right now. Philly had 55 shots on net in this entire game. 55 shots, and they only put up, what was it, I think 3 goals? That's crazy. Great goaltending by Edmonton. I think maybe this is the year that they could sneak into a wild card, but I don't think they're going to be at the top of the division.
You agree, Nadia?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm just happy to see McDavid kind of making headlines again. You know, he came into the league hot. He was projected to be amongst these like top scorers like Crosby, Ovechkin, and he kind of hid into the shadows in the past, season or two. He hasn't really been performing, and I mean, the Oilers themselves have kind of been struggling too. But I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. We can look at the Devils, how the Devils were playing last season. They were hot the first 3 weeks, and then we all know how that happened.
Well, Taylor Hall got hurt in December.
That's true, but I mean,
them.
we don't know what's going to happen. We're only, like you said, the first week playing the regular season, so only time can tell. But they're definitely playing well.
Quickly, Joe, what do you think?
We've seen this Oilers team before. They have started out hot before, and unfortunately, sometimes they collapse in the second half of the season, and that's why they haven't made the playoffs. But Connor McDavid, 7 games already in, 17 points, 5 goals, 12 assists. That's pretty good numbers for just 7 games only. And this Edmonton team, 6-1 right now, and they're pretty hot right now. Now, obviously this season, let's see if the team can still stay together and have a great overall season.
Real quick, Steven, what you got?
Yeah, they've been. It's early. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But they're a good team right now. They're successful on the power play, which is my big thing with this team. The Devils before yesterday, horrible on the power play. They haven't scored anything on the power play. This team is successful. James Neal is back, I think, and this Edmonton team is ready to make a playoff run.
Really exciting to keep up with the NHL, to say the least, on this one. That's all for this episode of WP Sports Desk. Join us next week for an update on the WP football team and our first look at the NBA. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SportsDeskWP. As always, thank you to our crew and studio manager, Clarke. For all of us on the desk, I'm Dante Vocaturo. We'll see you next time.